Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's video. I have a special treat for y'all today, and that is a review of my 4-year-old Ironman account. We have done a ton of PVM progression over the years, and we've acquired close to best in slot, honestly. We still have a few items to go for, but we have a very, very valuable bank to showcase today. I won't spend too long on each tab, but I would like to showcase the rarest items in each tab and maybe highlight some of the places I've got lucky at as well. I'm not going to show the value of the bank at first, but once we've gone through all of the tabs, I will definitely enable the GE price and show off how much this account is worth these days. And it is crazy high, let me tell you that. It is absolutely insane and way more than my main account was ever worth. So we'll keep that in mind. To start off, we have our main tab. This is the Infinite tab. And I use this tab for all of my teleports, clue items, diary stuff, pretty much anything frequently used. The main thing in here to show off, I guess, would be the Gilded Spade. Super cool pole. What I really like about it is that it has the same run animation as like a Dragon Hunter lance. So I was really stoked when we pulled this, actually. But outside of that, nothing too crazy in here. You'll notice I keep my seeds that I'm currently farming in this tab. I keep out some of my teleport scrolls from the Master Scroll book because I just like to be able to withdraw one and then have it be gone from my inventory whenever I teleport to that place. So that's the logic here and why they're not in the tab. That's pretty much it for this. We'll move on to the herb lore / potions tab. So this one is kind of a mess, but we do have our frequently used potions organized. So as you can see here, we have our divine and regular combat potions for all the styles. We have our brews and restores, sandfuse, prayer pots, staminas, various different versions of super anti-fires and anti-venoms. And then on the bottom half of the tab, this is where I usually make potions. So it's kind of a mess, but it'll make sense when I show you. So like when I make brews, for example, or anything, I'll set up my tab here to where whatever I'm making is in this bottom left corner, or bottom right corner, excuse me. And then I will move my inventory close to the bank, and then I'll set it to withdraw X for both of these. Pop, pop. And then I can make potions like so. Really speeds up the potion making process, not having to drag your mouse all over the screen, not to mention saving your wrists as well, very important. But yeah, that's why it's kind of a mess in there. It's because it's hard to do that for every type of potion, you know. There's only one bottom right corner. So yeah, that's it for the potions tab. Do I have any crazy stacks in here? Not really, outside of the crushed nest and unfinished toadflax stack. That's probably an expensive one right there. Nearly 20 mil, it looks like. Several thousand of all of the herbs. We have a ton of herb lore experience. Actually, let me show you how much we have banked. This is the banked XP plugin. And with herb lore, we have 103 herb lore banked. How much experience is that total? I have 10.8 million experience banked in herb lore. That's insane. I'm almost 99 right now, and I have enough for another fucking like level 90 adventure. Absolutely wild. I would say most of these herbs have came from chambers, but it's hard to say, honestly. They come from everywhere these days, honestly. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this tab. Moving on to the coolest tab. Actually, you know what? Let's skip the gear tab, and we'll come back to that at the end. So, after the gear tab, which we'll come back to, we have our tool tab. This is where I keep all of my skilling items, but it's really just a dump tab at the end of the day. It's hard to keep this one organized as well, but I've tried to loosely do it. There's nothing too exciting in here, but we do have some really high stacks of items, like the 15,000 redwood logs. from our 99 journey. 60,000 light orbs from our crafting grind so far. What else do we have? 100,000 flax somehow. Where did I get all this flax? That's some boss. Oh, Zulrah. That's where I got all that flax. All these planks and the mahogany logs have been from chambers. A bunch of gems. I can't even remember where I got all of these gems, dude, but ton of experience right here. Wow, and a decent amount of GP. What the fuck? That diamond stack is worth 26 mil. What the fuck? That's insane, dude. Just sitting around in the bank. But yeah, this is kind of just a dump tab. And then after this, we have our skiller set, or skiller outfits and extra sets tab. Starting off, we have our mining set, which I probably use the most out of all of these. And then I guess the second used would probably be the Vire outfit for going for blood shards. But these all get used occasionally, just not enough to where I'd want to keep them in my main gear tab. I keep my extra Barrows pieces in here. I actually keep all of my Barrows pieces in here now since I don't use it anymore. But yeah, outside of this top part, it is kind of a mess. I keep my Fashionscape stuff in here as well. Yeah, so that is this. Nothing too crazy in here outside of my extra crystal armor set, but that's not even crazy. That brings us to the rune tab. We have a ton of runes from various different activities, of course. A lot of them come from Guardians of the Rift, but also a ton of Slayer and raid drops as well. We have 100,000 blood runes right now, which is cool to see. We've definitely used a fair amount of them, but I'm glad that we still have a pretty large stack in case we pull a scythe here soon, which we will be starting the top grind, so I might need them. What else do we have in here that is cool? We are almost out of soul runes, which is not cool. God, the shadow just blows through those things, man. Same thing with the chaos runes. Like, I never have souls or chaoses anymore. It just, I'm always out. Shadow things. What else? We got 73,000 death runes for 13 mil. That's kind of cool. But yeah, this is where I also keep my jewelry and staves and stuff. So you can see I have my Brow Fighter staff, the Dust Battle staff, Steam Battle staff, and Mist Battle staffs in here, which is quite cool. I didn't realize I had all of these because I got some of them a while ago. Like, God, when did I get the Dust Battle staff? That must have been years ago at this point. Anyway, we have all of our talismans as well from the Guardians of the Rift and the Ring, and then all the regular talismans. 1 million pure essence. That's kind of cool. This definitely came from Chambers. And this might be nice, actually, for doing that high-level nature rune crafting tech. I think that is pretty good these days, actually, if you have the Achievement Diary cape and high-level runecraft, which I do. Moving on, we have our food tab. Nothing really to see here, just various raw and cooked food. But I guess I do have a nice burnt food collection going on in here. We have, where's my Karambwan stack? Yeah, we have 1,900 burnt Karambwans, 300 sharks, 300 anglers, 600 turtles. It's kind of cool to see, actually. It's funny, I actually started saving my burnt food at the very start of my account because on my main, I knew that other accounts were interested in buying the burnt food. And so I was like, oh, maybe I'll just save all of the food on my iron and then I'll sell it for money. But now I've become one of those people who's just collecting burnt food to collect burnt food. So, yeah, this will probably continue to grow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this actually looks sick as fuck in the bank, dude. It's just like a black version of the... Whoa. I want more burnt food. Actually, like seeing it like this, that is awesome. Next up is our loot tab. This is where I dump all the like Slayer loot, boss loot, just anything really gets sent into here. It's a lot of junk, but there's also a lot of valuable items like the dragon bones here. We have 6,000 of those, and then 400 superior dragon bones at the moment. We recently did some Vorkath for dragon bolts at for chambers before I pulled the twisted bow. So that's where I got this stack from. We have a pretty large and substantial ore collection going on at the moment, which is very cool to see. Like, wow, we have 233,000 coal, 61,000 mithril, 23,000 adamant, 96,000 silver, 81,000 gold, 16,000 iron, and 2,300 runite. Holy shit, actually. What the hell? So the mithril's 10 mil, adamant's 13 mil, silver stack 7 mil, the gold stack is 13 mil, iron stack 12 or 1.2. Ooh, the coal stack, bro. 36 miller. And then the runite stack, 25 mil. Fat GP value. So, that's probably like 100 mil in and of itself. After that, we have, 2 onyx bolt stacks. I didn't realize I had 2 different stacks of these, but it makes sense with one being enchanted and the other's not. Nice, we got a few mil in alks right there. I'll definitely have to get to that sooner rather than later. And speaking of alks, I kind of just bank up all of my alks until I feel like doing some agility, and then I will end up doing alk agility at the RD rooftops. That's kind of how I approach it these days. It sounds terrible to do, but so does casting high alk for an hour or two and doing nothing else. That's pretty terrible. So is agility by itself if you're just doing nothing else. But if you combine the two, it's actually kind of engaging, and then you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So that's how I got there. You know, that made me cringe when I first started about alk agility, but no, it makes sense. Like you're just doing 2 terrible things at once to make it not so terrible, and save you a ton of time too. So you may as well. There's nothing crazy in this tab really outside of the ore. Yeah, not really. 3 whips, I guess. 36,000 Zora scales, which is not a ton, but we don't really use Zora scales anymore. It's just the blowpipe, and the blowpipe doesn't even get used that much. So we are big chilling there. Thankfully, I never had to revisit Zora for scales or anything. I was super spooned. Oh my goodness, we have 1,600 D-bolt tips. Whoa, I'm going to have to make some of these, man. That's a ton of alk. Holy shit. Yeah, that should be a very high priority for me, actually. Do I have any rune bolts, just natty, in here? Let me look it up. Rune bolt. No, I don't. But I have all of those unfinished bolt tips, so we will definitely be doing that. That is a ton of GP right there. And then finally, we have our rare PVM item drop. But, yeah, here it is. We have 6 Vorkath heads. We got our Toa pet that I keep in here, but it's currently in the menagerie. 18 extra crystal armor seeds. We went a little dry there. This stack alone is 100 mil. Totem pieces, which I only have 1 of at the moment. Some extra arrows. Oh, here's the runite bolts. Fuck yeah. Okay, so you will go in here. Wow. Yeah, dude, this is going to be so much GP. Anyway, back to the rare tab. We got 4 extra threads. We got some Void Waker pieces. We need to get the hilt from RDO to finish this up. We're 2 times rate at the moment, and it kind of sucks doing it, so I haven't been doing it. Bunch of champion scrolls. We got 1 zombie scroll, 1 skeleton scroll, and then 3 giant champion scrolls, which is just gross. The 4 Godsword Shard 3s. I thought it was 1, but I guess it's 3. And 1 Shard 2. Hopefully we'll finish that up sooner rather than later. And then we have all of the ballista pieces except for the tail or the spring. One of them. We're missing 1 piece of the ballista, which kind of sucks because I went dry at the demonic gorilla as well for my Zenites. So I was like, what the fuck, dude? How did I not finish 1 ballista? Outside of that, we have some chromium ingots, some contracts from Yama, extra armadillo leg piece, an extra warrior ring. We have the dark claws from Scotizo, 4 fucking claws of Callisto, 2 Saradomin's lights. Oh, scarab dung. I think this is the one you get from the quest, actually. This isn't just dung from dying too many times. I need to finish that mini quest, actually. You get the cat mask for doing it at TOA. if you did not know that. An extra half of a burning claw, 4 more dragon pickaxes, which is kind of crazy to see. But not really, actually. When you go for the Void Waker, you'll come across a few dragon pickaxes. 2 extra brimstone rings from our Hydra grind. And yeah, that brings us to the final and coolest tab, our gear tab. So, take a look at this. I keep all of my rare and flex items, I guess, up here, up top. Oh shit, you can't see this left side of my cam. Let me shrink this down a little bit. Yeah, so we start off with our melee. We've got the 500 fanged kit, or the 500 kit fang. And then I kind of go vertically with the gear. Can you guys hear the fucking weed whackers out there? I hope not. Whatever. I'll ignore them. Yeah, melee is in this line, magic's in this line, range is in this line. We nearly have max mage, dude. Look at this. We are only missing the ancestral legs and the confliction gauntlets, and then we'd be at max mage, which is absolutely crazy to see on my Ironman, dude. We just pulled the twisted bow. That was the last grind we had done. Spent a year doing that. I think I said that earlier in the video. Maybe not. But super cool to see. We have the Missouri top and bottom fortified. So we just need the mask from TOA. But, dude, I'm kind of excited to get back into TOA with the max mage and a T-bow, dude. It's going to be totally different than when I was last doing it. And I just need the mask and the ward. So, like, I'm not going to be there for too long. Although I say that now. Maybe I go like super dry for the mask for some reason and I end up pulling a dupe shadow or something. But hopefully not. Hopefully not. Our holy molies, these are kind of cool. Crystal, Elder Maul and Kodai. Blazing Bulwark from League, Saturated Heart, 2 mutagens up here. Oh shit, I didn't even show you that in the rare item tab. We had an extra mutagen. So we have 3 mutagens from Zora. What the fuck, bro? Like, I'm so Giga Spoon there. It's absolutely wild. Yeah, we have a prayer setup on this tab. Got all our necklaces and stuff in a row. Down here in the lower half, try to keep all my spec weapons kind of in this area, but I'm sure I'm missing some. We have 3 of the 5 god swords now with Nyx. So we're working on that collection there. We got 2 extra bulwarks, 2 extra bucklers, 3 dragon claws. Dude, can you tell we just did chambers? The burning claws, warhammer that I don't use anymore, but ooh, I wonder if I wouldn't ever get rid of this, but I don't need it anymore. Like, it's literally not needed with my older maul. Yeah, there's no way I could ever drop that though. I'll have to figure out something to do with that. Probably just keep it, to be honest. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the bank. A lot of cool items in here, and it's worth a ton of money. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and reveal the price. 5.1 biller, dude. That is, whoa. 5 fucking billion gold, dude. My main, the peak value that it was ever worth was 1.6 billion GP. So this is like, what, double, triple the value of that? I don't even know how I got here, man. It's just a matter of time, really, but that is crazy to see. Let's go ahead and look at the individual tabs to see what they're worth. Our potion tab here is a fifth of a bill, 220 mil. Then we have our gear tab at 4.06 bill. Our tool tab / skilling dump tab is 186 mil. Skiller tab, which makes sense, is only 49 mil, or the outfit tab. I don't even know where that's coming from, but there's probably one stack in here that's worth something. The rune tab, shockingly, is only 79.9 mil. Food tab, 13 mil. The loot spare tab is 226 mil. I don't even know where all that value is coming from, but it's in here. I mean, a lot of it's the ore, of course, but like, do you see 226 mil worth of GP in this tab? Because I don't. And then finally, our rare PVM collection tab, which is also 228-ish mil. So, yeah, we are very, very rich and very, very spoiled on this account. So, I am very excited, and I am very excited to finish up the last few items of our endgame grind. Some things we're going to be working on, if you ever want to tune into the stream, is Coliseum. That's up next. We're getting pretty deep into the waves. We have made it to wave 10 4 times. And I just keep dying to misclicking. So, like, it really is just, once I can lock in, I think we'll get it. And then after that, we'll be working on the Doom of Makahito. The Doom. We'll be doing Doom. Doom next, which I have not touched at all. I've been saving it for the Twisted Bow. So I'm very excited to get started with that and to pull the Confliction Gauntlets and the Treads and the Eye. It'll be great. After that, or maybe I shouldn't say after, but whenever we can get a team, we'll also be sending Theater of Blood, because I still need a fucking Avernic Defender, dude. How do I not have an Avernic Defender by this point in my account? I don't know, but that's where we're at. So if you ever want to tune in and see the progress live, you can catch me at twitch.tv/neverchanced. And the A in chanced is a 4. That's kind of confusing, so maybe I will just edit this thing. My BRB text. Yeah, I'll show you real quick. It looks like this. Bam. There it is. I hope to see you there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it interesting. This was the bank review of a 4-year-old Ironman account. Yeah, see you next time.